And we're off.
Lucas, known as a top player, has amazing pressure on top, especially in this Roosterweight division.
Double pull right off the bat. Kyle, we can hear the people talking to you in our comms.
Bebeto's got such a great guard, really difficult to pass, super flexible. And I think we're going to see a battle here of guard player in Bebeto versus guard passer in Lucas Pinheiro. Lucas now trying to control the head. Bebeto close the distance. Bebeto trying to make some grips. Lucas breaking grips, disengaging. And he's going to try to put some pressure here on Bebeto.
Yeah, Lucas definitely settling in, just wanting to be the top player here. Kyle, dude, we can hear people in our comms. We can hear people in our ear the entire time. I can hear everybody. All right.
So a little elevation by Bebeto, trying to off-balance Lucas. Lucas just has such a good base on top. And it's great to see him back in the Roosterweight division. I think this is a division where he's really comfortable. It really just fits his frame very well. And he's incredibly strong and technical for this division.
I've heard so many people say about him, Danny, that he is one of the strongest competitors pound for pound in the Atos training room.
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course he's extremely technical, but pound for pound strength, Lucas is up there with the strongest of them in jiu-jitsu.
For those of you guys following along on FloGrappling, we have Hoyter Lima versus Taliesin Torres on the other mat. Kendall Rusing and Dom Bell covering that match.
Winner of this match between Bebeto and Lucas Pinheiro will fight the winner of Taliesin Suarez, 2022 world champion, and Hoyter Lima of Gracie Barra. Lucas trying to trap that leg of Bebeto, use that really good knee cut that he has, put some more pressure on him. And Lucas likes to grind his opponents down from the top, Jake.
Yeah, he really does have sort of a passing style characteristic of what you might see in a heavier weight class, but really puts great pressure from top. We saw him on display yesterday, really just grinding through like you talked about with the passes. Like we're seeing right here, trying to cut an angle to the side.
Yeah, he's great with this cross grip pant. This cross pant grip, excuse me. He's got his left hand fed through to Bebeto's bottom leg. He uses this to move around to the side, go side to side, and a lot of times it helps him set up his back takes. And we saw him at the Brasileiro have 3 fights, 3 submissions, all chokes from the back. Incredible performance, and it was just classic Lucas Pinheiro.
It's pretty interesting as well. You see Bebeto has a grip on with his right hand on the collar and his right foot right over the top, keeping that space, trying to keep Lucas Pinheiro's head away from his own. As Pinheiro is able to get a deep head control, that's where the trouble really begins for the person on bottom.
Bebeto, a 2022 Pan champion, a World No-Gi champion, a Pan No-Gi champion, and Lucas, of course, is a 2023 Brasileiro champion. He's also a 2020 Pan champion and a 2022 World No-Gi champion. Lucas Pinheiro in the blue gi on top, leading this match by 1 advantage over Carlos Bebeto Oliveira in the white gi in the bottom position.
Look at that. You saw Lucas. He's pushing forward so strong that he actually made Bebeto slide backwards as they near the edge of the mat here.
Lucas still using that cross pant grip with his left hand, pinning Bebeto's leg to the mat and trying to find that angle where he can get this pass going.
I like what he's doing with that, with his left shin. He's his left shin stapling it looks like the left leg of Bebeto there, and just trying to drive forward in this position. All Bebeto can really do here, if he moves his leg too much to the left or to the right, that is going to invite pressure from Lucas. So it's kind of keeping Bebeto still here. And with a 1 advantage lead, leading just a little under 6 minutes left in the match, it's a good spot for Lucas to be in.
Yeah, I think Lucas is exactly where he wants to be right now, putting pressure on top. But Bebeto also is very comfortable in bottom position, withstanding this type of pressure. His guard is really built for this. He's extremely flexible, strong, very good at pummeling his legs back to the inside position. And so I think we're seeing both these guys kind of in their A games going at it.
Now Bebeto getting up to his elbow. May look like he's starting to get a little bit more space. as he elevates his hips here. A little bit of a break.
Lucas trying to disengage a little bit.
Well, right back in that position is Lucas Pinheiro.
Bebeto representing GF team. Lucas Pinheiro representing Atos. Trains out of the HQ with Andre Galvao in San Diego. So many amazing training partners there for Lucas. And a lot of guys who we're going to be seeing compete, guys and girls who are going to be competing today on this final day of the Worlds.
Certainly a lot of representation at the last big group of world championships from the blue room there at Atos HQ. Oh, and there's the grip that Lucas has been wanting. You see him pushing forward a little bit more now. He's been looking for that right hand collar grip. They're near the edge of the mat though.
Lucas very insistent on keeping that cross pan grip with his left hand.
Look at
walking to the side. Yeah, that drive and that pressure is crazy from Lucas. Now he's stepping on the leg, doing some of that leg pin passing that we've seen from the Ruotolo brothers and so many other great competitors over at Atos. Lucas still up by the one advantage. About 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in this Roosterweight semifinal here at the 2023 World Jiu-Jitsu Championships.
You know, it's worth mentioning, Danny, that Lucas Pinheiro has been able to successfully spend the last 5 minutes of this match in the same passing position, driving forward, forcing Bebeto to rely on this one defense. And while the match slowly winds down to its final minutes, that one advantage is going to become bigger and bigger and bigger. Seems like a little bit of perhaps a cut over the eye of Lucas Pinheiro.
Lucas is going to get cleaned up. And we'll get back into this match shortly.
For those of you guys following along on both mats right now, as we see this break in the action for Lucas Pinheiro to be called on by the doctors, looks like, unless something miraculous were to happen on the other mat, that the winner of this match will face Taliesin Torres, who is, man, paving the way for a dominant victory versus Hoyter Lima as he wins by submission on the other mat by triangle, 25 points to 2 and a triangle to boot.
So with that win, the winner of Bebeto, Lucas Pinheiro, will face Taliesin Torres, the returning world champion, in this Roosterweight final.
And we're right back in.
Coming up on 3 minutes left in this match, Lucas Pinheiro on top in the blue gi representing Atos Jiu-Jitsu. Carlos Bebeto Oliveira in the white gi on bottom representing GF team. Lucas leading this match, 1 advantage to 0. And like we talked about, Jake, this is a battle of Lucas putting pressure on top, Bebeto trying to withstand that pressure, get something going from his guard on bottom. But we've seen this position for the last 6+ minutes now.
One thing I've noticed, especially watching all day yesterday, is matches will look like this, and then especially somebody like Bebeto is able to turn the tide in the last 30 seconds. They're able to make a sweep happen. So I'm holding my breath here because really anything can happen. This is the one advantage is not a very big lead. As time winds down, oh, and there we see it.
Lucas keeping that cross pant grip. Bebeto trying to attack the back. Had the seatbelt, kind of let it go. Oh, beautiful.
He turns it around for himself. He could be passing the guard here. Oh my goodness.
Gets his 3 points. Lucas stabilizes the pass on Carlos Bebeto Oliveira, and the tides changed very quick in that exchange right there, Jake.
What looks like it could have been a great opportunity for Bebeto to turn the tide. Lucas stomps his foot down, says, no, this is my pass.
That is a huge moment here. Less than 2 minutes left. Lucas now up those 3 points for the guard pass. Also has the 1 advantage. And I think he's going to keep moving forward and keep trying to advance his position. That's just the kind of game Lucas plays. He's always trying to go for the finish, always trying to attack his opponent's back.
At the highest level of jiu-jitsu, one mistake can cost you so much. Lucas Pinheiro found one big opening, and look at this. Looking for the hook.
One hook. He'll try and get his second. He's got a seatbelt grip. Hard to see his grips in the collar.
Oh, but it looks like he's sliding off here. Bebeto.
Beautiful defense by Carlos Bebeto Oliveira. When Lucas gets your back, it is not easy to escape.
And with only 1 minute, Bebeto has to mount a big comeback to stay alive in this tournament. What a moment for Lucas Pinheiro.
Yeah, what an exchange and scramble there that Lucas was able to turn into a guard pass. Beautiful stuff.
And a stop for the medics once again. Maybe this time Bebeto. I just want to say really quick while we're on this small medic break that the mics clip a little bit, kind of like how they did yesterday before one of the people who worked back there, they fixed it. And I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but. All right, we're right back in the action. 1 minute for Bebeto to make something happen. And definitely urgent.
Nice leg drag by Lucas Pinheiro. Bebeto inverting, trying to recover his guard.
Looks like he's trying to spin and maybe look for a knee bar. But he turns it into a sweep.
Yeah, like you said, Jake, look for the knee bar, turned it into 50-50 and a sweep. Lucas up 3-2, 15 seconds left in this Roosterweight semifinal. And it looks like Lucas Pinheiro of Atos Jiu-Jitsu is going to advance to the final to face Taliesin Suarez, the returning 2022 world champion. Those two have not fought at black belt. That is an incredible matchup, Jake.
It really is. Absolutely so impressive to see Lucas Pinheiro come out here and do what he just did. He's got a big task ahead of him, though. Taliesin Suarez, though.
Can't wait for that Roosterweight final.
It is definitely going to be fireworks, Danny. We're moving right along to the light featherweight division.
Next up on mat 1, we have Kleber Souza in the white gi. He's going to be taking on 2022 light featherweight world champion Mayram Alves.
Mayram, such a fast competitor. Really explosive. So quick.
You do not want to blink when you're watching a Mayram Alves match.
No.
Mayram in the blue gi, Kleber in the white gi.
All right.
And we are off. Nice little takedown.
And right away, Mayram Alves.
On the back, that was lightning fast, Jake.
Oh, but look at this.
Looks like this could be deep. Oh, nice little escape by Kleber.
Kleber Souza gets right out of there. Mayram makes it happen again.
By Mayram. Takes the back again off the takedown. Wow, what an explosive start to this match. Mayram Alves putting it on Kleber Souza so far.
I'm excited to see a replay of that, Danny. Sorry, that was so much happening all at the same time. Interrupted you.
All good. He gets another advantage. So Mayram now has 4 advantages to none against Kleber. Those takedowns into the back takes were ridiculous. Those were wild.
See if he can make those happen again. Kleber Souza, perhaps unwilling to give up the possibility of that situation happening again. Jumps guard.
Kleber representing Atos Jiu-Jitsu, Mayram representing Fratres Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu team.
Oh, look at this. Very interesting grip orientation by Kleber Souza right there.
I feel like closed guard is a good strategy to play against Mayram. When you let him roam free and you give him space and you don't have grips, that's when he does some of his best work.
As we can see right here, moving to the outside, trying to get around this lapel guard.
Beautiful pass by Mayram Alves. Right into his back attack.
Oh, and one hook is in. Oh, but look at this, chasing the arm. It looks like he might have a grip around the neck there with that
hard
choke.
To see from our angle. Another great escape by Kleber Souza. Really impressive defense here from Kleber so far.
Yeah, just narrowly avoiding these very tense situations. Now we see Mayram Alves under the leg.
Mayram now up 7 advantages to 0 over Kleber. A lot of close calls so far in this match. Some beautiful takedown exchanges, near back takes from Mayram.
7
Amazing
advantages
stuff.
in just a little over 2 minutes, Dan. That's a lot of activity.
Yep. Mayram in bottom position now. Got that leg up on his shoulder. Pretty solid sweeping position. We'll see if he tries to use this to come on top.
On right there, Mayram.
Nice sweep by Mayram.
Picks up the bottom leg, so the grip on the pants. Basically does like a technical get-up to complete that sweep.
So now Mayram up 2 points, 7 advantages over Kleber Souza. Mayram on top in the blue gi representing Fratres Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Mayram on bottom in the white gi representing Atos. Kleber trying to get up, get another sweep.
Very interesting. Looks almost like Kleber could have gotten up in a strong position there, but Mayram forces him back down to the ground.
Three and a half minutes into this one. Mayram Alves representing Fratres Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is the returning 2022 light featherweight world champion, taking on Kleber Souza. Winner of this light feather semifinal will take on the winner of Diogo Reis and Diego Pato Oliveira.
Right back to it. We'll see if Mayram goes back to some of that action that we saw him display at the very beginning of the match, but Kleber jumps guard once again. This time Mayram responds, putting his knee up, blocking the close guard. That's a quick reaction. It takes a long time to develop that sort of reaction to the close guard. It's hard to judge when somebody as good as Kleber Souza is going to jump guard, but immediately puts the knee up.
A lot of times we'll see Mayram jump right past the guard on the guard pole, so I think he's kind of a master that time, and that was a great point, Jake.
And you see right here, it looks like he might be able to knee cut past the guard. He doesn't have the underhook just yet, so Kleber is going to try to use this to maybe get up on a single leg. You see him feed the lapel through. Mayram's doing the right thing, though, pulling up that grip on the sleeve, keeping Kleber's left shoulder up off the mat. It's going to make it so difficult to get up on that single if he keeps on doing it like this. Now Mayram snipping out.
Beautiful pass attempt by Mayram Alves. Does
So
that high
quick.
step right into the long step. Crazy movement ability from Mayram Alves. We're coming up on the halfway point in this light featherweight semifinal. Mayram Alves leading Kleber Souza 2-0. Also has 7 advantages. Some pretty exciting moments in this match so far, Jake.
Man, Mayram really does keep it interesting. He's so explosive. Just one little opening turns into a giant transition. Even on the feet right here, you're almost waiting to see what kind of off balance or kazushi he's going to create.
Yeah, it's like we talked about before this match started. You don't want to blink when Mayram Alves is on the mat.
Once again, responding to the guard pull with his knee up. This time Clever changing it a little bit, going for this lapel grip. Looks for a minute that Clever was trying to turn this into a knee bar situation. Mayram seems to be all over it, once again pulling his leg out.
Mayram, as we mentioned, is the 2022 light featherweight world champion. He's going to face Diogo Pato Oliveira should he win this match.
Pato on the other mat, winner, and a nail-biting 2-point lead. Mayram putting on an incredible display so far.
Still plenty of time, of course. 4 minutes left in this light feather semi.
And now it's Mayram pulling guard, which, Danny, I think is a smart idea. He's spent enough time. He's built a great buffer for himself. Now it's up to Clever Souza to pass the guard of Mayram Alves, which is a whole task, a whole separate difficult task.
Yeah, I think when people think of Mayram Alves, they think of his passing, they think of his takedowns, his back attacks, also has a great guard.
Something he doesn't necessarily always need to put on display, right? Because he's so good with the passing and so good with the takedowns that oftentimes he can dictate the flow of the match. As we see him right here, using the closed guard to slow things down. He understands that he needs to maintain this lead. He doesn't need to do anything too flashy in order to meet Diogo Pato in the final. And it's on Clever Souza to get out of this closed guard and to put a blitz on.
Mayram's got the double sleeve grips, which can be very difficult to work around when you're on top, especially if the person on bottom has a good lasso, good spider control like Mayram has.
Oh, and there we go,
Nice
Mayram
sweep
Alves.
by Mayram. Gets two, he's up 4-0 now. And 7-0 on advantages, coming up on 2 minutes left in this light featherweight semifinal at the 2023 World Jiu-Jitsu Championships.
Clever Souza trying to wrap up footlock grip here. Mayram sits out, possibly looking to turn this into a leg drag as they drag them back in the center. Right now he's got his right foot, you see, on top of the right leg of Clever Souza. Look for him to try to potentially come up and drag that left leg behind him. As you see right here, pushing that leg to the side. That lapel grip that Clever Souza has is what's saving him right now, but Mayram able to pull him down.
Trying to attack the back now. Mayram has amazing back attacks, great submissions from there. Doesn't have his hooks yet, but does have a chest to back connection. And now he has a seatbelt grip as well.
Keeping control of the upper body is key here. You see, the hooks may not come in right away, but as long as he has that upper body control, it's going to be very difficult for Clever to be able to escape. You see, because Mayram has such good control over the upper body, he's able to swim with Clever Souza, and wherever Clever goes, he's able to go. It's when you start to prioritize the hooks over the grip that situations like this can happen. Clever Souza up on a leg. Losing control of the back there, maybe getting a little head hunty, I would say. But he has all the privilege in the world to do so. Only 40 seconds left in this match, up by 4 and 8 advantages.
Yeah, Mayram in cruise control right now. Maintain this De La Riva position. This is the light featherweight semifinal at the 2023 World Jiu-Jitsu Championships. Winner of this match will face Diogo Pato Oliveira in the light featherweight final. Pato, a 2021 world champion. and an amazing competitor competing out of Art of Jiu-Jitsu.
All right, well, Mayram Alves moving on. 4 seconds away from getting his hand raised, moving on to fight Pato in the final. Our finals are set match by match, Danny. Very excited.
Pato and Mayram is going to be incredible. They fought a couple times. In the World's final last year, they fought in the light featherweight final. They also fought in the 2021 World's semifinal, and they're 1-1. Should be an incredible final in the light featherweight division.
Great showing from Mayram Alves out of Fratres Jiu-Jitsu. Man, always such a dynamic competitor, always putting on a show. Let's look at a little replay here of that takedown. Hits this takedown not once, but twice, Danny. Has that grip, takes him down, and then puts on displays just like this one, passing the guard to the side. And Kleberso is doing a great job of narrowly avoiding these concrete scoring positions from the back, keeping grips like the lapel, keeping his hips facing towards Mayram, but Mayram has just been able to impose his will in certain situations, sweeping over the top. Really impressive performance by Mayram.
Yeah, showed a lot of technique in that match. A lot of great takedowns, back attacks, sweeps. Great stuff from Mayram. Now we have the featherweight semifinal. 2022 featherweight world champion Isaac Doederlein of Alliance is going to take on Sam Nagai of Checkmat.
A rematch that has happened not once but twice, right?
Yes,
they've had the match in 2020 Pan
right
Ams, where Sam Nagai did have, I would say, a breakout black belt performance versus Isaac Doederlein, winning by a huge margin. But then Isaac Doederlein at the 2022 IBJJF World Championships was a man that could not be denied, submits Sam Nagai via footlock. We'll see if he's able to replicate that performance here, or if Sam Nagai will turn the tables.
Both of these guys had pretty tough roads to get this match. Isaac beat Gabriel Souza in the quarterfinal, and Nagai beat Alex Sodre. Both of those matches were very close. And now we get this third match between Sam Nagai in the white gi representing Checkmat, Isaac Doederlein in the blue gi representing Alliance.
Doederlein quick to pull guard.
Sam is another competitor similar to Mayram, who's extremely explosive. You give him space and you give him room to work, and you're going to see a lot of action.
Kind of a cool moment between two brothers, but Sam Nagai is fighting on this mat, and waiting in the wings is Jackson Nagai, his older brother, on the other mat.
Jackson one weight class up at lightweight. He had some amazing wins yesterday as well. Isaac with the double sleeve control. Got the lasso with his right foot. And his left leg near Sam Nagai's hip. We'll see if he switches to a collar sleeve. I know he sets up a lot of his attacks from there. Now he's trying to invert. Get underneath the hips of Sam. Sam does a good job resetting the position.
Looks like Isaac might have wanted to initiate closed guard there for just a second. And Isaac's so experienced. We can only count on two hands at the moment how many people have won a Black Belt World Championship representing the United States of America. You're looking at one right here in the blue gi. Definitely a short list of competitors who have accomplished that feat.
What's been really impressive to me about Isaac is not only that he was able to win his first world title last year on his 6th try at black belt, but also just the way his game has developed over the years. He has one of the best footlocks we've seen in jiu-jitsu. He has so many amazing finishes. You talked about the finish last year in the semis over Sam Nagai. He's finished a lot of high-level competitors with that straight ankle lock.
Nagai, a very young competitor, very hungry competitor. Takes every match he can, it seems like. And he's developing at such an insane rate too, Danny. This is I believe, he hasn't been at black belt for very long. only ever since 2020, I believe. And for him to be in the semifinal day of the World Championship for his second year in a row at such a young age is very impressive. And as you see right here, this is what Sam Nagai wants. He wants to be out in the open. Isaac wants to lock him down, but Sam wants this activity and movement. This is good for Sam Nagai. But Duarte staying true to that right hand grip, eventually settles down back into double sleeves.
Still no score in this featherweight semifinal. Sam Nagai in the white gi on top against Isaac Duarte in the blue gi on bottom. Isaac with the double sleeve control. Sam kind of looking to bide his time, set up his guard pass attempt, but nothing significant so far.
As you say that, Sam Nagai passing to the side.
Nice little leg drag attempt from Sam Nagai.
It's close. Isaac Duarte keeping his left knee just barely engaged.
Nice recovery from Isaac.
My goodness.
Sam does get the advantage for that pass attempt, so he will take the lead in this match. But yeah, right as I said that.
Such a close attempt by Sam Nagai. We're 1 minute from the halfway point of this match.
Winner of this match will take on the winner of Fabricio Andre and Diego Sodre. That match going on right now as well on mat 2. Isaac, great control from this position so far. Sam did have the one guard pass attempt that earned him the advantage. But the match has mostly been in this position so far, over 4 minutes in. Lucas Leitch in Sam Nagai's corner, Cobrinha in Isaac's corner. Some great coaching, some great minds on the side of the mats leading these two competitors.
Well, our poor camera person. We're back to the match. Isaac Duarte is trying to maintain some sort of attack system going with the inversions, right? He's trying to keep this left-hand grip. We saw him versus Diego Sodre at the last World Championships, was able to create the sweep that won him the match from that situation. The grip on the sleeve and the grip on the collar.
Guys, he has a great collar sleeve position.
Oh, and once again, the guy finding some room to the outside. Trying to keep his shoulders very low, but you see Duarte sneaking his right foot in there. That's going to provide a little bit of a post to prevent the guard pass.
Sam looking to put some pressure. He's got that right grip on the collar of Isaac, trying to pull his head closer to him. Pinning that bottom leg now, a la Lucas Pinheiro that we saw in the Roosterweight semifinal. That cross pan grip is such a difficult thing to defend on bottom.
And you see Duarte definitely not a fan of it, pushing away with his hands, trying to create a lot of space right now. On the other mat, we find out that the winner of this match will face Diego Sodre in the final. Will it be a rematch between Isaac Duarte and Diego Sodre, or will Sam Nagai have his first opportunity?
Oh, nice pass by
Oh my goodness!
The armbar, he's got it! That looks tight! That looks
Will
tight!
this be it? Sam Nagai has the armbar! Duarte refusing to tap!
That was incredible! That transition was ridiculous! Sam's sprinting into this! Turns it into a triangle!
Duarte! Look at the tenacity!
Oh, it taps!
My goodness,
Sam Nagai!
Submits Isaac Duarte!
Unbelievable victory from Sam Nagai!
That transition off the pass into the armbar!
Isaac did not want to tap to that. He was fighting so hard to stay out of it. Sam switched to the triangle, locked the armbar from there. 7 minutes into that match, Sam Nagai, the incredible submission victory over Isaac Doderlein.
Points to his brother Jackson Nagai, says, now you do the same.
Sam Nagai is on a mission this weekend at the World Championships. He will face Diego Sodre in the featherweight final. What
a performance by the young, up-and-coming Sam Nagai. He is yelling encouragement to his brother from across the mat. Moving on to the final. What an absolutely surprising moment in the match, really. It seemed like Doderlein was doing a good job defending the passes through the duration of the match. Sam Nagai finds one opportunity.
We're going to take you to a replay of this. Sam gets this guard pass. That was the first one that earned him the advantage. This was the one where he jumps on the arm right off the pass. Isaac fights this arm bar super hard. Does a great job trying to create some space, but Sam turns it into the triangle. Starts attacking the arm. And at that point, it was just too much for Isaac to resist. Now we are into our lightweight semifinal. We have Pedro Maya taking on Murilo Amaral. Pedro had some nice wins yesterday. Submitted Elijah Dorsey. Also submitted Lucas Valenti. It was actually a DQ. Lucas went out of bounds as Pedro had a submission. But nonetheless, incredibly impressive stuff from Pedro Maya yesterday. Murilo Amaral also had a great run to this semifinal. Beat Ariel Tabak, Pablo Lavaselli, and Mateus Gabriel to get here.
My goodness, that is quite an impressive run to get to this point. Amaral with a deep left lasso. And look at this, trying to initiate, a lot of people call this the Kaotera ankle lock, but Pedro Maya doing the right thing in that situation, trying to deal with that De La Riva. A lot of the pressure from that technique comes from putting pressure on the knee. And look at this, Amaral continuing with that ankle lock grip.
We normally see Pedro Maya competing in the middleweight division. We've seen him fight Kaynan Duarte a few times, most recently in the final of the 2023 Pans. But now he is down at lightweight. And it's been cool to see him drop that weight and put on some really impressive performances so far here at the 2023 Worlds.
Look at this, Pedro Maya with a big kick with his left leg to break that grip. Tried to turn into a knee cut right away, but it was that lasso of Amaral that stopped him going to that side. Oh, and look at this. Maya doing a great job forcing the outside. He's staying true to this left side pass, trying to knee cut his right knee through. But the moment he finds an opportunity, tries to pass all the way around to the other side. Now you see Amaral engaging not just the lasso, but the lapel as well.
Good movement from Pedro on top. Trying to find that angle to get the guard pass going. But like you said, Jake, Murilo doing a great job with that. Foot in the lapel, kind of tying Pedro up, making it a bit more difficult.
It's something that we've seen a lot in the highest level of gi competition, especially in recent years. People utilize the lapel not just for offense with lapel guard setups and everything that has come into popularity, but also with defense. Just being able to stop a guard pass right at when it's about to happen, putting a foot on the lapel, finding an opportunity, as we saw right there by Amaral.
Want to make a correction. Pedro Maya actually fought Kaynan in the middleweight final, the Pans and the Brasileiros. Didn't get the victory in those matches, but had some very good moments in them and gained a lot of valuable competition experience in finals of major championships.
See Maya picking up a little bit of the mobility here.
We're still tied, zeros across the board. About 3.5 minutes into this black belt lightweight semifinal. As I say that, Pedro looks like he's getting closer to a pass.
Definitely the first big pass opportunity of the match right there, Danny, by Pedro Maia. But look at the recovery ability of Amaral.
Amaral using that lasso with his left leg, doing a very good job retaining his guard. And the winner of this match will take on the winner of Jonathan Alves and Jackson the guy, who are competing right now on mat 2.
Pedro Maia is trying to sprawl his hips down, break away from that grip. So far, no points on either side, but a big effort from the top competitor here, Pedro Maia. Oh, look at this, lifting the hips, trying to throw a different attack altogether. Mostly throughout this match, it's been knee cuts, trying to put pressure down, seeing if he can maybe change the game a little bit.
Yeah, switching up the strategy. I know Murillo's doing a very good job with his guard retention, using that lasso, the lapel grip, all of those things making it challenging for Pedro. So trying to go to the other side or try a different style of pass, I think is a good strategy for him. There, oh, nice little attempt by Pedro. Good recovery by Murillo.
It looked like Murillo almost used that pass attempt as an opportunity to sweep as well, and now they're back on their feet. Little over the halfway point of this match. Once again, pulling guard, Amaral.
We're still tied up. Pedro Maia on top in the white gi. Now trying to work this knee cut. But Murillo's got that lapel grip fed through the leg. That always makes it a lot more difficult to finish this style of pass.
Oh, and beautiful work by Pedro Maia getting this underhook. This is a big moment now. That right hand underhook can be so huge to make this guard pass happen. He could even try to make this a transition into mount. Oh, he wanted it right there and ends up going back into the half guard.
Looked like Murillo's gonna try and stand up on a single leg. Now he underhooks the leg. And he's doing a great job with his top leg, using it either as a lasso or just as a line of defense against some of Pedro's passes. Now Pedro in a better position.
Look at this, both knees over that leg, stapling that knee to the ground. Maybe he can force a pass out of the situation. If he's able to keep that leg dragged, he might be able to move into side control here. Pedro Maia.
Gets to the side. Looks like he still has that left leg trapped. So once he frees that.
Oh, but Amaral get his left knee back in. It's so close to being a fully fledged pass, and there we go. The refs give it to him.
Now Pedro in control. 3 minutes left in this match. Pedro solidifies that guard pass, gets 3 points. He's up 3-0 over Murillo Amaral.
And now the pace is going to slow down a lot more, with Pedro Maia wanting to relish this position for all that it's worth. Moving into the north-south. See if he's able to turn this into mount. He needs to be careful not to give Amaral too much space, though, because
he's
even
very good at this choke. Sorry to interrupt you, Jake, but he's feeding that lapel. He's got it in his mouth. He's going to try and feed it across the neck of Murillo and do that choke that we saw Kaynan Duarte hit in the final of the Worlds last year.
Okay. It's very interesting to see a competitor hold his gi in his own mouth. That's the kind of savage Pedro Maia is.
Got a couple of these setups yesterday, so he's very good at that choke.
2 minutes left in this one.
Now looks like he's trying to work to the mount. Could potentially, almost had the arm there.
Look at that. Now it's Pedro Maia going forward. up by 3 and 1 advantage, nearly going off of the mats there.
1 minute, 26 seconds left in this lightweight semifinal. Pedro Maia up 3-0 and 1-0 advantages over Murilo Amaral. Winner will go on to face the winner of Jonathan Alves and Jackson Nagai in the lightweight final. This has been a very technical match so far. Pedro mostly playing on top. Murilo playing most of the match on bottom. Pedro did find the opening for the guard pass. And like I said, he's looked great all weekend. Very cool to see him drop down to this lightweight division.
40 seconds left. Maia did a great job providing himself a solid lead. Now Amaral trying to shoot in, make an opportunity happen. Look at this, Amaral.
Guard.
Oh my goodness, trying to long step to the outside. He's still down by 1 advantage, though not a lot of time to work.
And Pedro Maia will advance to the lightweight final here at the 2023 World Jiu-Jitsu Championships. He'll take on the winner of Jonathan Alves and Jackson Nagai. That match is still going on.
It looks as though with 10 seconds left in that match, that it's going to be...
We're going to take you to a replay here.
Jonathan Alves.
Pedro Maia, with that guard pass, advances to the lightweight final.
He'll be taking on Jonathan Alves. What an impressive guard pass.
That's going to be a fun match. Has not happened at black belt that I'm aware of. Pedro Maia and Jonathan Alves. Here's the replay. We got Pedro Maia securing this guard pass, scoring the only points of the match with the 3.
Just a beautiful job. You see how he's holding that right collar grip is what was really stopping it. And it was Amaral able to escape out of the position. Look at that, cartwheeling over his own head. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to toss to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.